The ugly side of beauty. Are you ready to spill some mud? Let's start. Welcome back to Aliri Vega Universe. This is the place for you to expand your awareness, your consciousness, to create more miracles into this world and to align with the energy of love and with the pure flow of manifestation. And you're right now in the episode 3 of the beauty series, and we're going very deep into the topic of beauty. So if you haven't checked the previous videos, please do that because it will help you to understand and have more benefits from today's video. And make sure you watch today's video until the end, because there is going to be so much food for your soul and for your mind and for your awareness and your consciousness. So there is a lot of space for aha moments in today's video. Let's start. Before we go into the dark side of our conversation today, it must be mentioned that beauty is harmony, order, balance, and ugly is the chaos. There is no bad and good in either of them. And if you're telling me now that, well, wait a minute, Aliri, I can see beauty in chaos. Well, I see your point, because I do too, but that doesn't mean that chaos suddenly is not the ugly. It just means that you have seen some order in chaos, so you identified beauty within chaos. That's a topic for a different conversation. I'll do another video on this if that's something you want to discuss deeper about and open up a new topic. Write in the comments. I would love to go into this conversation too in another video, but today there is some very important points to be brought up, and we're not going to be just saying that, oh, like how we're having the ugly beauty standards, or like, I'm going to mention that in a different perspective for a totally different purpose. So let's not waste our breath in explaining and just dive into it. And if you don't understand something, just ask in the comments and I'll follow up with another video. As I mentioned in the previous videos, your ability to perceive beauty in its purest and natural form depend on factors and means through which you perceive beauty. And if there was no perception, we wouldn't be able to see between beauty and ugliness. And both of them, the beauty and the ugliness too, they're there for us to experience from a place of non-judgment, from a place of detachment, if we want that to help us to grow. And yes, indeed, as a society, we can observe in the reality that we have created that there's so many examples of beauty just going the wrong track. And we can just take, for example, the easiest example, the beauty industry and all the unhealthy standards that are being fed to us and that are rising from it. And it's very, very, very crucial to bring to awareness that that has nothing to do with beauty itself. It's just the harmony, the balance, morphing into disbalance and chaos again. So there is nothing bad or good about it. It just is what it is, and it points out to several very important factors. Here's what happens when beauty becomes ugly. First of all, why are we perceiving it as bad or good? Like, we intuitively start thinking that this is bad. Oh my goodness, this beauty is wrong. It's going the wrong track, the wrong way. It's hurting us people. It's just making our society ugly. So beauty is ugly. It has the dark side, the behind the scenes. Well, The only thing that has a dark side here is the society, us humans, our perceptions have a dark side because they're not straight. They're distorted. Our perception of beauty is distorted. That's what brings chaos into it. That's what brings confusion. So if you don't want to fall into these traps, make sure you follow the tips that I have mentioned in the previous videos, and you can watch one of them here. So when that happens and our perception is distorted and we start chasing beauty and wanting to possess it, or attaching to a different low frequency states. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, go back to the previous video. When we're attaching low frequency states to the way we're interacting with beauty and the way we're perceiving it, chaos starts happening, confusion starts happening, and we start drifting to the other side, to the ugly side, to the side of chaos. And that's okay. This just brings another experience into the world and another challenge for us to awaken. If there was no darkness, there would be no light. There is no ugly, there is no beauty. We won't be able to perceive it and pursue it. This is our journey of coming back to our home frequency, to who we truly are. This is a journey of growth. So of course, there's bumps on the road. And who creates those bumps? At least most of them, if not us. Also, the lies that we have been taught through, not only through our lifetime, but before we even were born, that are in our DNA. If we don't work on those lies, if we don't process them and heal them, open our eyes to it, then we keep running into the circles that through history and art, so there's so many examples when beauty was too beautiful and too perfect, thus it's wrong. And right now there's so many stereotypes, like for example, oh, beautiful people, they are assumed to be better than they actually are and deserve credit for those. That's bad. Well, there's nothing wrong with people looking good. It's the perceptions of us and like all of society and in general, like what is it looking good and not looking good? That's another different topic again, but all these like different examples of what beauty should look like and trying to put it into boxes, into frames, because our perception is placed in a box. It's not expansive. That brings to all these troubles. That brings to these behind the scenes, the ugly sides that are just the shadows that we drop upon this scenery, upon beauty. What do we do then? How to deal with it? I mean, okay, that's what's happening. What's next? How we come out of these traps, how we stop falling into these traps. Well, while you cannot just stop the whole society from creating these traps and falling into them, you could start being the change yourself. Why not? And here's how you can do it. Curious? I know you're excited. I'm excited too. What am I going to challenge through right now? It's just flowing through me. The first and most important step is to come to peace with and accept that there is no bad or good to anything in this world to begin with. Because what is good for you might not be good for someone else. What is beautiful for you is not beautiful for someone else. What is balanced for you, it's not balanced for someone else, and that's okay. As long as you can get in touch with what's in balance for you. What is your balance? What is it that's when you feel and sense your energy, when you feel and sense your inner beauty, what is in balance with that? And from there, be able to use all your senses that we spoke about in the other videos, all your senses of perceiving beauty in the best form you can use them, in the best capacity you can use them. Heal and be aware of the factors that influence your ability to perceive beauty, and start expressing your beauty from within, and start feeling what is it in this world that resonates with your frequency, your understanding of beauty, what it feels beautiful for you, and hone your ability to see a broader perspective, broader angles, because at the end of the day, a perspective is still a perspective. It's not the full truth of what something is, and that's the beauty of how the universe works. But the broader your perspective can be, and the more detached can you be from your perspectives, the more you're able to be freed from falling into these traps of being, I don't like to say victim, but being a part of this spectacle of the behind-the-scene darkness of beauty and all that drama, which only brings you down your momentum, which only gets your energy lower. Another thing you can do is start taking ownership for the meaning you put into the world. Because, as we just said before, there is no dark side to the beauty, but there is a dark side to humanity. There is a dark side to the humankind, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It's something that is there, and something to be worked with, healed, shifted, transformed, and transcended. And you can start doing that from yourself, instead of saying that, oh, well, cosmetics, for example, cosmetics just hide who you truly are, and they're promote you have insecurities and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Well, what about changing your perspective to cosmetics, for example, and accepting that it's a tool, starting loving yourself and accepting yourself, seeing beauty within you and seeing beauty within this tool, and also seeing how can you use this tool of cosmetic combined with this tool, your body, that they're both beautiful, and create something more else that's also beautiful. It's a combination. So when you're changing perspectives, suddenly and important, and create something beautiful that it's an expression of your inner beauty, the beauty that is within you, then there is no dark side to it. There is only light. And this is just an example. If you have came up with different examples, if you've been inspired for different examples, share it in the comments. I would love to hear what our discussions that we're having right now are bringing you to. Always remember to be in a state of curiosity, in a state of detachment, and in a state of non-judgment. This is the state you want to be in if you don't want to fall into all these traps. That it's not like, oh my god, conspiracy theory, somebody's putting those traps for us. They're there, and if you don't want to fall into them, make sure you are in this state. Curiosity, detachment, and pure observation, and just practice being that. You will be surprised how much beauty and how much balance you start bringing into your life, and how much you can accelerate your growth through experiencing beauty, through experiencing the ugly too, through experiencing the balance and the chaos, and looking for chaos, imbalance from a place of observation, and looking for balance and chaos from a place of observation, if you get what I'm talking about. I feel like I need to give more, like logically, I feel I need to give more explanation, but energetically, I feel that I'm complete and this message has been delivered. Do you feel that this message has been delivered, and it has reached your soul, your heart, your mind. If yes, give it a thumbs up, write in the comments how this message has inspired you. Share it if you really feel that it's a transformative message that the humanity needs to hear, and make sure you click subscribe and the notification bell to not miss, because you don't want to miss the next episode, right? So click the subscribe and notification bell, so tomorrow, because I'm posting daily videos, when there is a new video, you know that right away. So thank you for being here today, and hope you have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.